in the house, yes, we've had Frankenstein Chronicles. That was about Mary Shelley and the Galvinator, and also that was Burke and Hare. That was also in the film, was this the story of Burke and Hare, how they used to be agencies for dug-up bodies, which they sold for medical research, but it was illegal, really. I mean, it was an awful thing to have done. So Sir Robert Peel, who was the Member of Parliament at the time of this film, was setting about to try and get legislation to make it illegal. So we had a film in the walled garden at night of two men coming over the wall with lanterns, and the graves had been made by the set designer, and these two criminals were feeling which was the most recently dug grave, so that the corpse could be dug up and taken and sold for research. Very sinister. It was a very sinister story, and it was all mixed up with her relationship, Mary Shelley's relationship with William Blake, too, the poet and artist. So that was very interesting. That was for, I think, for Sky, actually, that was. Then we had The Woman in White. Wilkie Collins's novel was adapted for a film here. It was, again, BBC series, not long ago. Then we had Mrs. Wilson. That's due to come out, I think, any moment. That's about Mrs. Wilson, whose husband died, and when she came to bury him, she found that there was one, if not more, Mrs. Wilsons that he'd had at the same time. And the nice thing about that was the acting was done by, among others, Ruth Wilson, who would have been Mrs. Wilson's grandchild. And so she was acting her grandmother when her grandmother was much younger, of course. And then, so that was the story of how he had these three wives, or I can't remember exactly how many wives there were. We'll have to see in the film. I think I think that's all. And this one, that's right, 4.